breaking out the clubs for the first time this spring, even though you're dressed like Randy from A Christmas Story? Stay tuned and I'll show you my tips for playing golf in cold weather. Good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of the Sunday Swing, and very happy Easter Sunday to everybody here watching. As I've already said, this week we're going to be talking about how to essentially play better golf in cold weather. Everybody's starting to break out the clubs now this time of the year. We just opened up our driving range here a couple days ago, and it's just sometimes it can get very difficult to play in cold weather. You got to keep your hands warm, and I mean you got to keep your body warm, so you're wearing 6 layers of clothes, and it just makes it difficult to swing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today and how we can still be consistent while staying warm. So I'll see you on the course. Hey guys, so I'm currently standing out here on the driving range at Fairfield Hills, and it's about 40 degrees outside. It's maybe like 9 in the morning. It's a little chilly, so I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the way that I'm dressed. I'm about to hit some balls for you guys, so I want to be able to stay warm but still have some mobility in what I'm trying to do. And I have a couple of tricks that I like to use. Well, it's not really tricks, it's just kind of being smart. You know, I got my winter hat on. Obviously, that's kind of an essential. Generally speaking, it might not be a bad idea to wear some gloves, some winter gloves, especially in between hitting shots. That can kind of keep you warm. I'm sure you guys know, I mean, if your hands get cold and you hit a poor shot or you hit one thin, you get that really big sting. And if you can keep your hands as warm as possible between shots, you can kind of avoid those things. Another way that I like to do is I like to keep some hot hands on. You know, just break these open, warm them up a little bit, and it should last pretty much the whole round. Dress warm, but wear what I would call thin layers of clothes. I mean, obviously you're not going to want to wear like a big thick winter jacket or anything like that. But I do have 3 layers of clothes on right now, and a lot of it is just thin long sleeve shirts that keep me warm, but it still allow me to move a little bit, and it won't restrict my movement too much. So I just have kind of one more quick piece of advice on what to wear and what not to wear and that kind of thing. As you can see, I have a hooded sweatshirt on, or in other words, a hoodie. And I personally don't have any kind of issue with this kind of thing, but what I wouldn't recommend doing is trying to play golf with the hood up, because essentially what's going to happen is you're going to bring the club back, and this portion of the hood is going to block your vision of the ball a little bit. And basically what that's going to do is just going to make it that much harder to come back to the ball, see where it is, and be able to hit the ball solidly. So now guys, I know if you've been watching my videos with any kind of consistency, you know that I like to keep things as simple as possible. So I really don't have a whole lot to go over today, but I do want you guys to focus on the fact that when you're playing golf in the elements, when you're playing golf in cold weather, you don't want to add difficulty to your golf swing. You want to keep it short, compact, and kind of as small and tight as possible. One thing that I would always recommend doing on cold days is stretching a little bit. Personally, I prefer to play golf in a little bit tighter of a mode. So I generally don't stretch a whole lot, but you know, feel free to, you know, stretch out the legs or stretch out your arms a little bit if you feel like you need, you know, that little bit extra flexibility. But other than that, you know, you're really going to want to focus on not creating a long golf swing when in these kind of elements. So obviously we're wearing a whole bunch of clothes, and that's going to restrict our movement. And I think the key here is to don't try to elongate the swing or create artificial length when we just don't have that ability to do so. We're restricting our movement quite a bit with these clothes, and there's only so far you can take the club back, and I wouldn't recommend really trying to, you know, lengthen the swing and go beyond what you're capable of when wearing these kind of clothing. So I mean, stay within yourself, just choke up on the club if you have to, and then really feel like you're staying grounded. The last thing you really want to do is hit the ball thin in this scenario. So really feel like you're keeping your legs and your lower body level to the ground, and really just try to keep a nice smooth swing and get through the ball all the way. Kind of like that. One last thing I really kind of want to touch on is it can be easy to get frustrated when you're playing in these kind of conditions. Whether it's cold, it's raining, could be snowing right now, you never know. You always feel like you're playing a little bit worse than you actually are. And the fact of the matter is, when you're playing in elements, it makes the game that much more difficult. When it's cold outside, your body can't move as quickly, you can't swing as fast, the ball isn't going to compress as much, so it's not going to go as far. We need to be accepting of this reality and realize that it's just a tough day of golf, and we need to do the best that we can in order to play halfway decent. So like I was saying before, keep a short, compact swing, be accepting of the fact that the ball is not going to go all that far, and just focus on trying to hit the ball straight, get it in the fairway, and you can eliminate some of those extra strokes that are going to cause kind of a crappy score on a cold day to turn into a horrible score. Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Sunday Swing. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you were able to get some good pointers on how to play a little bit better in cold weather. The driving range is currently open. We plan to open the golf course as soon as weather allows. Hopefully that's within the next week or two. I'll let you guys know on social media and on our website as well. Season passes are now on sale. Get your pass before April 15th and save about $20 off of this year's season pass rates. We got a ton of new golf shop merchandise, Packer, Badger, Fairfield Hills logo apparel. So stop in the golf shop, check some of that stuff out. Other than that, stay warm. Let's try to think spring, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.